Hello, my beautiful Aries. This is VfromAtl, and I'm here with your weekly elemental fire game reading. Thank y'all so much for being here. I truly appreciate each and every one of y'all. The cards to pull before we get started. We will never reach out to you for personal readings or donations. If you would like to book a personal reading or give a donation, all the information is in the description box below. Keep in mind, we go live on TikTok at PharaohsTarot, and we also have oracle pulls over there as well. So tap in, all right. Okay, gang, let's get it started. Okay, we had a Queen of Wands, the Strength, and the Four of Pentacles. So you're coming from an energy of accepting yourself for who you are. Perhaps there was a lot of pushback on you making a decision to live out loud, to live your truth. Maybe some of you all went in a direction that was a bit unorthodox from your family, or something that made you stand out, or maybe you embraced a certain flaw that people told you your whole life wasn't attractive, and now you are realizing that it's actually an asset to you. You're attracting people that celebrate you for who you are and love you for who you are. But with this Strength card and this Four of Pentacles, maybe there's still a bit of they're highlighting the roses, so I'm getting like thorns or something. Maybe there's still a little bit of defensiveness in how you move, or there could be a bit of arrogance creeping in, because you are with this Leo energy here. You could be slipping into that shadow energy of because you are loving the way you look, loving the way you presenting yourself. You could be feeling yourself just a little too much, or becoming a little just a little arrogant. So they just want you to temper that a little bit. Maybe some of you all are also with this Four of Pentacles, maybe you're saving, trying to get grounded in your stability in this new life, and maybe even like saving your coins, saving finances, because you could have taken another you could have got a little ungrounded at this time. Okay, so they want you to know that you are protected, but you have to make better decisions moving forward. Just make more stable decisions with all this fire energy coming through. You had a Wheel of Fortune, so you either have entered or are entering a very lucrative season for yourself. The divine is putting you in a space to where you can move forward. You have clarity. That's the key, especially as the Aries. You're very independent, and it's literally about the self. And so you want to stand boldly in that energy, but you also want to understand that a leader has responsibilities to the people that they lead. All right, it's more than just looking good in the spotlight. It's a responsibility. That means, if somebody don't show up, it's you that got to take that extra shift. If somebody, drops the ball, it's you that has to pick up the slack. So keep in mind that there is responsibility that comes along with elevation of power. And so you had a Three of Cups. There you are with the Emperor and the Ace of Wands. Okay, so you could have gotten a promotion, or your business is starting to become really lucrative. I'm really getting like, this is like maybe some of y'all became partner at a law firm. Like, this is like everyone saying cheers, congratulations, or something like that. It's something where you or even gotten married. Absolutely, absolutely. So this is like happy times, wedding receptions, or something like that. But whatever it is, you've really elevated yourself, and now you have more confidence with that Ace of Wands. Now you really believe in not that you didn't believe in the divine before, but it's this energy of like, now I see what I'm manifesting is in the 3D now, so I have more confidence. Now I have more energy to go. And now with this Emperor, you've been able to ground a lot of that sporadic fire energy. You're not being so impulsive, so they can give you more responsibility. They can give you more creative ideas, because you're not going to fumble them. You're not going to just drop everything and start something new. It's like this energy. You could have Sag in your chart, but you had a Five of Swords here. Absolutely. So this is saying, with great power comes great responsibility. And ensure that you are being fair in your dealings, that you aren't using information or power or status or money as a weapon against other people. Five of Swords, no one wins. It's always going to come back to you, and that's just the law of karma in general. Ace of Cups with the Knight of Wands and the High Priestess. Yeah, so you got two aces here. So the divine is really rewarding you for your newfound emotional stability, okay, and your being grounded in your, I'm really feeling like decision making skills, and your trusting your intuition. With this Knight of Wands, you can when it comes to love and romance or friendships, make sure you enter as the Emperor came out. So that's a king, that's not a knight. So make sure you're still in king status, even if you are feeling romantically attracted to someone. Get to know them. Don't just, I can't say what not to do, but this card is saying, be mindful of your lust. Be mindful of those desires that can get you off balance in another area in your life. Okay, all that glitters is not gold. And lead with the heart. And with this High Priestess Cancerian energy, They want you to know that you are always your first home, okay? Remember, the crabs walk around with their home on them, okay? And they have protection. And so proper boundaries, and maybe even protecting your ideas, copyrights, protecting your home, cameras and things like that, you're elevating. So with that, it's going to come, you know, other little busybody energy. So just make sure you protect it on all fronts, and watch what you say is also what I'm hearing. Watch what you say, Aries. Because in your shadow side, you can't have a temper. So you want to make sure you temper your temper, because being in a position of power, one mistake while you elevate it can bring you crashing down. You know, there are some low vibrational people that anytime someone else gets elevated, they don't get inspired. They go for the low road and get jealous and not really seeing themselves and seeing how they can elevate. So their greatest joy is to tear other people down. So remember that, okay? There's people that's rooting for you for sure. You have a gang of people that's rooting for you, even if it's just only a few. You know, you're keeping your circle very small, is what I'm hearing. Shout out to you, but you know, there's always that other energy. So just protect it. You know, you expect the best, but prepare for the worst. And that's a duality. It doesn't mean you don't have faith. It just means you're wise. Okay, you have the Tower with the 9 of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, the 6 of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. So some of y'all, you've been waiting for a long time. Okay, it's a lot of pentacles here. So this could be like an influx of customers for your business. This could be with this Queen of Pentacles. This could be an investment that you've been needing to take your life to the next level, be it personally, professionally. But with this Capricorn energy, you also have Mars energy with this Scorpio and yourself in this Tower. You're gonna, they're gonna need your rational decision-making skills, because something's gonna come in rapidly, and so you're gonna have to hold it down with this King of Swords and make a logical decision, one step at a time, taking it one step at a time. This one fell over the 2 of Wands that was out, so this is saying, yeah, remember in the past, those lessons will teach you what happens when you make rapid changes. Okay. Strong foundations are built slow and steady, okay, at a gradual pace. But yeah, congratulations. This is beautiful. You may have been needing this at a really important time in your life, and you've been holding on to hope. Yeah, something that you like. They're highlighting 6 of the Cups and the 9 of Cups. That's a wish granted. But this is something that you put in before. Put in work for before, or maybe a request for or something. It could have been even a prayer. But you had the Queen of Cups, the Judgment, the Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, the Pseudo 10 of Swords, everything is fine, and the Magician and the 4 of Wands. This is more confirmation. When you're guided by your heart, you make decisions from your heart with this Queen of Wands. You're going to win every time with this Judgment card. They really wanted you to be able to embrace the art of the magnetism of the feminine energy. Perhaps that was challenging for you because you just only knew how to grind it out and work hard, which is a good trait, but not if it's out of balance with your feminine energy of nurturing yourself, you know, getting enough sleep, feeding yourself properly, taking care of your needs. All right, you can't neglect your body because that's selfish to you. So you're going to manifest other people who are going to be selfish and who are going to neglect you and take advantage if you're doing it to yourself. And so there could be there's 2 queens here, so it could be a feminine water sign with earth placements coming in to invest in you, be it business, romantic, or platonic. With this Knight of Swords, everything is fine. The Magician and the 4 of Wands. You may think you need to act quicker than you need to. There may be some time-sensitive information that you may have to respond to, but you're a king with this Emperor that's coming out. So you're a King of Swords, and it came out. So they want you to remember that you can take your time to decide, but make a decision. Just don't rush into situations, because you're manifesting instability, and so good things take time, and you don't need to rush that. Okay, I'm gonna pull a Shaman Oracle card for y'all. While I'm doing that, I'll just moisturize my face. It's a little shiny. While I'm pulling the Shaman Oracle card, please like the video. I would truly appreciate it. Share it out. Subscribe to the channel. We would love to have you. Leave a comment as well if it resonates for you. Follow us over on TikTok at PharaohsTarot. And remember our website in the description box to book a reading, or there's also links to give donations only in the description box. You can book readings only via my website. You have the owl, okay, and on the bottom you have the upper world with the smoky mirror. Your connection with the divine and the beauty way. Okay, I got you. Your connection with the divine is going to help you see through any illusion. And you have the high priestess. So connecting with your higher self. So getting on a regular scheduled routine, meditation, prayer, journaling, sitting in silence before you start your day and when you end your day. You have to up your spiritual game when you're leveled up in the 3D world as well. Okay, it usually happens the other way around. You know, you start being more, you know, your spiritual game gets more grounded, and then you are able to level up. But I'm really feeling at the same time you have to make it a point to treat it as just as important, your time with the divine, as any other meeting, because they're the ones, like I said, your home is on the inside, and they're your co-pilot. Y'all are partners first, before anyone. But you have the owl and the blade and the crow. Absolutely. Wisdom has told you what to move forward with, what to cut off, and what is worth healing. And with this truth, you don't mind. And the blade is also giving me air vibes, which is information. Okay, you know that information is key. If you don't know about something, don't speak on it. You can have advisors, have other people, or just be honest and say, I'm not really sure right now, or let me get back to you. Or, you know, or just let me get back to you on that. Okay? Just not letting that ego get the best of you, and you make a decision or you give somebody information that's not true, and then now they got to double back, and your name and your reputation's on the line. So you learned a lot within your time here, so just put it to use. And within, I'm getting like they're showing the phases of the moon. Okay, so you could have been doing a lot of moon manifestations, or just practically like everything comes in phases. All right, you're not going to get elevated to a place where you're not going to need room to grow. Okay, so every new elevation, you may feel like you're not quite ready for it, but that's just to give you space to grow. It's almost like when you're a kid and your parents bought you clothes that were slightly too big, not too big, but just a little bit, because they knew you were going to grow into it, and in a few months you will be too big for it, something like that. It's that energy. When you're moving into a new role, there's going to be a learning curve here. So just know that, and don't overpromise, don't overgive, but be diligent in your studies. Okay, so hopefully this is helpful, Aries. So much love and light to you. Namaste.